Hi all. Right, on to what should be the last part of this playthrough, solo version of 1862. Um, it should be. um, we'll see though. Maybe just in case I get tied up in knots with things. But because you can't upgrade, you can't really do much unless you're buying trains in between. Anyway, okay. I was looking back on some things and I keep seeing bits that I thought I should have done this and I should have done that. Oops, just knock things there. And I have got the connection here, so I must have done that. I've not watched the very last episode yet, because I just realised that we were going to run that down there, and I noticed I had to run from that, and I thought, well, get a connection on here, Grant, and then you can maybe make a decent local run still, and still be able to do your freight. But it looks like I have done that. Like I say, I've not watched the last episode, so. Oh, stop, hold on. This is what I was worried about. I've not token London. See, that's what I was worried about. I was watching back, so this will be part 12, and it was part 10. I was watching back, and I was saying get one of the companies to make the join there, and I thought it would have to be the WVR that make the join because you're going to have to token London with the WNF. And look, I've not tokened London. And I can't now do that. I'm going to have to backtrack here. The WF were the last to operate looking across at things. What a divvy. I was worried about doing that. I thought, get the token in there. I mean, maybe I'm thinking, well, I've still got 3 operating rounds to go, but I can't. No more track building or token placement is permitted. So there you go, that's London out the window. So I need to have done it before. Dear. What a mess. Because it could be said that I have revealed new information because I went right through the stock round, haven't I? Well, I went right through the stock round, deliberately picking out the WNF because I thought they were going to be I picked out all their shares because I thought they were going to be the best. I'm gonna have to allow myself a little rewind here to get this token down here. I don't know what it was upgraded. If it was this, yeah, I'm gonna have to do this because that's what I wanted to do. That's what I planned to do. Give me a sec. Okay, it looks like I made the right mess of this. I've just watched back to the bit of the WNF's last turn. They actually didn't go last. They went before the FDR, but they withheld, and then FDR jumped away up. That's why the situation is as it is. They withheld to buy the train, the freight train. Can't run to London because we've not tokened London. And I even talk about, next turn the WVR will upgrade that. There's no more upgrading now, Grant. And I needed to token London. So it looks like there could be classed as a bit of an asterisk against this playthrough, because I'm not going to have went all this far, thought all this through, and then not being able to do what I'd planned to do. So I'm going to take that back. I'm going to actually suffer a little bit here myself, but not as bad probably as it. I mean, okay, I would have ran from the port to the west or to the Midlands maybe. But surely London. I mean, London was a target. London I can reach. Right, what? I'm also going to take £10 back from them. Oh Because they would have got an extra £10 for that upgrade. Yeah, that's right. What am I doing here? Right, I'm going to put that yellow. Right, I think it must have been. No, it's not a Y grant. Must have been that, eh? Yeah. But the annoying factor, all the time I was watching back, and I kept saying, upgrade this, because I think the WVR, I don't know what they upgraded. I mean, okay, we might have upgraded some of these russet tiles, but I really wanted this connection into here, because now, for me to run my local, I can run it from there. Well, no, I'm going to have to run it from there. And if I'd had that connection, I can run it 1, 2, 3, 4, and either 5 or 5. You know, because like I say, we don't care about the subsidy anymore. But now, because there's no connection there, I'm actually going to have to run it 1, 2. You know what? It might just be better coming down 3, 4, 5. Right, okay, that might not be too bad then. Although the other way was definitely 1, 2. Oh, you know what? What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as 30, 50, 70, 90, 140, 160, 240, 320. Whereas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. I'm going to forget the numbers. Did I say 320 now? Let's count this one. 30, 70, 90, 110, 140, 160, 180, 260, 340. I'm sure I said 340 the other way as well, didn't I? 160, 180, 230, 250, 270, 290. Actually, that's 320. Huh, right, I might have found a better route then. Oh, hold on. No, you can't. Yeah, this is the problem is it's the home station. Something's got to run through that home station. So yeah, I can't do that. I need to come through that some way. Whether I do 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you see, I can't do that. I can't come from this port to London because that's an extra hex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Doesn't it get me there? So it needs to be from that hex. Like I say, this join would have been, and I could have done it. I'm sure there was multiple occasions to do it. Okay, I might have made an upgrade. I noticed watching back there that it looks like this has been upgraded, so there's extra points there. So maybe it balanced out a little bit, but I do think I'm losing out because I now can't score that because I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, because I need to come through here. Right. Well, I'm going to allow myself that one. I know it does feel like that puts a bit of a doubt on the final score. I don't know. I mean, when I say there's new information, I don't know. We went right through the stocks and got all the stocks out. I would have still been targeting these stocks because they were the cheapest. So, I don't know. Well, you can take what you want from it, I suppose. I'm not feeling great about it. Because I felt like I moved on to that stock round. And to be honest, we did run the FDR as well. It's not as if the WNF were the last company to operate, so a little bit sour taste with that one. But I mean, I did talk about it. It was my intention. It was the whole reason. Well, when I realised I could buy a freight and hold the money back to buy that freight to then run it to London, and then I just totally blanked I think I must have got in my head that I was still able to upgrade, you know, because you think you've still got operating rounds to come. Because I even, like I say, talk about upgrading this with the WVR, this hex here. And I can't do that either, so... Okay, well, we've done what we've done, so we'll see. Hopefully I don't get a better score than 8,000 now. That's kind of like, that's not really what you want to be saying, Grant, is it? Okay. Right. So where are we? We're done with the stock round. Yeah, we had finished the stock round. We've left it there. So now the LNA are formed. Well, I think they formed before the stock round, to be honest. And then you have that limited stock round where it can't start companies, etc. And now we've got the limited 3 operating rounds. Like I said to you, I cannot. I can't build track or token. And basically that's it. But we've got three operating rounds here. So for most of the companies, the 3 are just going to be exactly the same. And I say for most of them because I see a big pile of cash here on the L&H. So the plan here was clearly to be buying the train, wasn't it? 3, 6, 8, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oh, I was panicking there. I thought I've not got enough, but it's only 8 we need. 800. I've got 800. Near enough 900. That's what. Panicking. I mean, the only other one that's maybe close is the WVR, but they've got 360. But to get to 800, if their thing was, it did look like their subsidies were better, but I still can't see that. I don't think it's worthwhile holding back now. So okay. Well, it's L&H to go first, so I can't just do 3 operating rounds for them all in a winner because they're going to buy the train. Okay, so they need to run first. So let's get their best run for their 6 Express. And going by their token on the, I don't know what you call that chart, the revenue chart. It's at 520, which makes it suggest that that's what they got. Of course, they were running to London, weren't they? Okay, they're running with a 6 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's a run. So that is 160, 180, 240, 320, 320, and 200. Yeah, 520. So they are running for 520. I don't think we can beat that. And they're going through this 60, this 60, this 80. If they went that way, they're going through a 40 instead of the 60. So yeah. So 520 for their first run. I'm going to have to go through these individually. Well, am I? No, not really. Not if... I have to go through this first one for them, because then they're going to buy a train. Right, so 520. They are paying that out. So, and we've got 3 shares, so £52 a share is 156 for me. 156. Yeah, 3 shares. Okay, and I've no shares themselves. Let's see what they're getting here. So, what did we say? £52. £52 a share is 3 bumps. So 1, 2, 3. I think I should have just put that over there. Actually, that's the one. That's a dodgy column. Yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I suppose I should put it there. That's them finished their first operating round. Well, they've not quite finished it yet. Because they're going to buy a train, right? Okay, so £800. Just get rid of all the hundreds. They had 800s. So yes, and they buy a 9 freight. Sorry, there's a 9 freight. Okay, and there we. Well, then we go on to the, what is it? WVR. Right, and this is the local down the bottom here. So I think we could just run these 3. Well, let's look at its first run. There's no way it's going to get subsidies enough. I mean, it would have to get more than 200 for 2 subsidies to be able to buy a train to run to run the last operating round. So it's either that or we. Yeah, we'll calculate the first one then and see. Okay. So WVR 5 local. Got to go through here. And remember, I say we don't care about subsidy, but yeah, because surely you can't. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're not going to get 200 as a subsidy. I think the most you're ever going to hit is maybe, possibly, well, I don't know. Somebody might tell me otherwise, but because you're going through far too many stations. There's only so many of the little ones. I mean, I think we counted a 12. In fact, can we not get 12 with this one? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that is a 12, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think that's probably about the most you're ever going to sort of grab, aren't you? Somebody might tell me that they've maybe done 13 or 14 maybe, but I can't see any more than that. So if it's 12, then that's only 120, 240 we could hold back over the next 2 rounds, which still only gives them, that would give them £600. So they're still 200 short. So we definitely would need to withhold. And their run, well, I might be able to improve on this, but we'll have a look. 40, 60, 80, 110, 130, 150, 230. See, I think it might be better going that way. 230, 250, 300, 320, 340. That's actually 360. What did I have then before? 330. How have I managed that? No cheating again, am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 40, 60, 80, 110, 130, 150, 230, 250, 300, 320, 40, 60. I'm showing them at 330 on the actual. Oh no! This is WVR. Duh. Yeah, they are 360. Okay, so that's where I had them. Is there an improvement on that if you forget about subsidies? 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 40, 60, 80, 110, 130, 150, 230, 310, 340. So that's less. One, 2, 3. Oh, it doesn't connect up there. I was trying to see if I could hit this 80 here, but 1, 2, I need to go 3, 4, 5. Oh, actually. 40, 60, 80, 110, 130, 150, 230, 250, 300, 360. That's 440. I'm counting too many stations, am I not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So 440. So would that not have been more? 40, 60, 110, 130, 50, 30, 300. It's 360, isn't it? It's just the same then. And I think the other way gives slightly better subsidy. But again, yeah, the other way gives 1,200 in subsidy. Okay, I'm just going to run for that 360. There's no way I'm going to get the train. So, again, I don't have a calculator really. I suppose I could get that. I'm going to have to get the tablet across at some point. Hang on. Okay, so we've got 360. And with this one, we can just do the 3 operating rounds, right? Because nothing's going to change. Okay, I'll give the company, what is it? They're going to get 120. They're going to get 360. Like I say, this is kind of irrelevant. And 10. So I think they've got, the company's got £720 or something. But it doesn't matter because you don't get to count their money anyway. So we would get 360. We've got 3 shares in them. So we get basically 360 times 9 because we get it 3 times. That's right, isn't it? So no, not 360. Sorry, 36. So 36 times 9 is the amount of money that we'll get because we've got 3 shares 3 times the 360, the 36. Determined to try and get more money here. 36 times 9 equal. Is that all it is? 324, surely? Is it? Okay, 324. That's right. Yeah, we can do that. So I know they've got to move up the stock ladder, but 300 and we can put a 1 and get a 25. Yeah, we can do that. Right. Okay, so that's it completed basically. But all we need to do is we need to move up stock market now. So we move 36 each time. So 36 the first time is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 36 the second time unfortunately just misses. So it's just 2, 1, 2. And then 36 the third time is 2 again. So 1, 2. They're up at that dodgy one. So that's where they are finishing. Remember the L&H still have 2 more operating rounds to go. Oops, I'm not showing you that. Right, they're up there. L&H, I know I'm maybe doing this a bit. It's just rather than go shoot one operating round because they aren't going to do anything different. So that's them done. We'll come back to the L&H for their last 2 operating rounds. I think that's okay to do that. Right, WV. No, that was. I'm moving the wrong one. I'm gonna. Oh my. Oh dear. Right, so we moved 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we did. That was it. So it's not going to be as good as that then, isn't it? WVR 36 is 2. Oh, great. Well, you know what? I think the 37's right. This is the one that's faulty. I think the 37's right. It's just the 64's wrong. But we're not reaching 37. We're just under it. So it's 36. So it's just a 1 bump. And then there again, it's a 1 bump. So I'm going to put the WVR below them, and we're going to leave the L&H, something like that, to say that they're not done yet. Right, that's the WVR. They're finishing at £220 per share. That's them. Okay, and then the next one is the FDR. So what are they? They're just a one train as well. They're not interested in trying to get trains. It was only the L&H actually. So they're a 6 express. Now they do have 2 shares. Again, they're going to earn some money from the payout, but I'll give them it. But this is pretty straightforward. This one, I think, isn't it? This is just from the port of Denmark down to London, isn't it? The 6 express. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, nothing improves on that. So I've got them marked at, well, that's 130, 150, 230, 310, 330, 530. That's what I've got them marked at on the revenue chart. Yeah, 530. So they're going to pay out at 530, £53 a share, which is much better. Unfortunately, we've only got 2 shares in them. So, yeah, this could be the way. Could be where I don't know. You know, should I have went away searching for their shares? But then again, they were at stock price as well. They weren't as expensive though, were they? I mean, they were dearer than the W&F shares, but you know, maybe that's what I should have done. I don't know. Okay, so what we're looking at there is £53 per share, and I've got 2, so I'm going to get that 3 times. So 53 times 6. 53 times 6 equals 318. These aren't big numbers. I'm hoping the next 2 are going to be better. Let's say 318, 300 and our 25 there. In fact, is that not 425s? That is indeed. That's another 100. So up to 800 at the moment. Right, so that was the FDR. So let's take a look at them. They paid out £53 a share. So 53, that's just 4 bumps with the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 53 drops down to 2 bumps. 1, 2, and then 53 is 2 bumps again. So they've got up a bit. Oops. Sorry. They've got up to there. They went 3 bumps, 2 bumps, 2 bumps, I think. Okay, and then the last one, well, before we step back to the L&H, is the W&F. Now this is the one we've got the most shares on. So, and they've got a 5 local and a 9 freight. And they've got a token in London. How about that? It's like they knew what they were doing. That company director knew what he was doing. He's got a token already in London, all ready for them. Good for you. Okay. Well, I'm going to take it. Like I say, we can put an asterisk on things. So, what is the best way of doing this then? The 9 freight is surely got to come into London. So, it feels like it's got to come from here. It can't quite stretch from here, which would be nicer. So it's got to come from here. Yeah, and it has to go through. Yeah. So if it runs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that gets into London. Yeah, if we're not going to better that, I very much doubt. Somebody might tell me later, yeah, you could have done this. So what are we going to do with it? Express? No, it's not Express. It's a local. It's the L&H one. I'm wondering about what's going to happen. That's more the worry. Well, not the worry, but what are we going to do? What's the best move with it? Right, sorry. So 100 and 200 for either side, so 300, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles in between as an R210 because it come from a port. So that is 510 for the WNF, yeah. Okay, so this should be better. We should get some more money from this because we've got a lot of shares. Right, so 510, so pays out £51 per share. For the whole 3 rounds, let us say nothing. And okay, that FDR company should have got some extra money in their treasury, but I'm not going to bother. It doesn't matter. So £51 per share. I have 7 shares, but we're getting that 3 times. So 51 times 3 sevens is 21. 51 times 21. This should be good. Ooh, right, 1,071. Thought it might have been better than that. 1,000, right, I've got a bag of 1,000 chip. 71, I can't really change that up, so... No, can I? So 50, 71. Right, I know you're not quite seeing my cash, but... there we go. This is 1,000 here at the end. And... yeah, like I say, I think there was 800 there. So we're about 2,000 at the moment. So, yeah, maybe not too bad. So that's the WNF, but we've got to move them up the stock ladder. So hopefully they can get up a good bit here. 51. So the first one's a 4 bump. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second one's a 4 bump. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. Third one's... I'm going to have to find out now, I'm gonna... because it's 37 to what? So that's us jumped up twice, isn't it? So we've got one more operating round to jump at £51 a share. Right, I need to go and look at what these figures are. Actually, I should have been able to work that out, shouldn't I? Because they're based on how much... because that's 182 is 18.2, I guess. So 19 to 36, so that goes up like that. However, I found somebody confirmed it's 37 to 54. So it's just the 60s are wrong. And then 55 to 72. So, what did I want to know? I don't think we're hitting that anyway. We're 51, so it's 37 to 54. So yeah, it's a 2 bump, isn't it? Is that right? 37 to 54. We were 51. Yeah, it's 2 bump. So that's going to settle in there as well. So we just have this L&H to deal with now. I'll just put it back out there. It's got 2 operating rounds to go. And it's now got the freight. So it's got the 6 express and the 9 freight with So we've got to do this times 2 more operating rounds. So let's have a look. Okay, let's just try to work this out. Well, they were able to run for 520 with the Express alone. And I was thinking, well, maybe we still run the Express the same way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that would be the same 520. And then run the freight from here. 1, actually, I can come down this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hexes into there. So that's counting both of them for 220. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes in between. Whereas I had 7 hexes in between going from here to London. I suppose I need to work out the difference. Right. So that'd be 220 and then 6. That's 400, isn't it? So 520 and 400. 520 and 400, that would be the that's the Express going to London and the freight not going to London. Right. So if the freight does come to London, this is probably the best run. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, and that's 300 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in between. Which is 210. So that's 510. So it's slightly less than what the Express was. So we just need to see if the Express can make a run that might beat that. I think probably the first way of doing it is better. Yeah, because I think this was the way of my Express. And I'm pretty convinced that these yellow marks separate the different ports. So I think it is okay to come out of this one. I don't think it's part of this. So I'm going to go with that. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be the best, which is 160, 180, 240, 320. Ooh, 440 that is. Ooh, that might be better. So the first way gives us 920, the second way gives us 950. Oh, there you go. And they're both legal routes. Yeah, that comes down through the hometown. And the other one's coming down. See, this was a bit that I thought you couldn't do before. You know how I'm running this freight down here, and then I'm running it down here, and round here. I didn't think I could go over this track again. But this was the bit that talked about in the rules where it says you may reuse part of the track. I think what I had read was you can't reuse part of a track. Like I can't go with this freight. I can't go 1, 2, 3, and then go 4, 5, 6. I can't go back on myself with that over the same track. But I think if it's a different train, that's fine. And as long as they connect somewhere, and as long as they go through a station of their type, and as long as one of them goes through the home station. So I think it is okay to do it like that. That's what I've been thinking within this game. However, previous games were scaring me away from that, and I'm saying, well, I can't go over that bit of track again. Because even this freight doesn't even count any of these hexes. That's why we're benefiting from doing it that way. So, yeah, well, we might as well be better going that way then. Yeah, I'm just going to go with that. So we're going to run the Express 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that way for 440. We're going to run our freight from here to London 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for 510. which is 950, which is the best I've ever had, by a long shot, I think. 950, okay. And we've got 3 shares in them, so that's good. But we do only have 2 operating rounds to calculate though, so we've got to remember that one. No, it's just timed out again. So what we have is 950, so paying out £95 a share. We've got 3 shares. We've got 2 more rounds to go, so 95 times 6 is 570. So we'll get another 1,000. That's 500 back to get me another 1,000. Oops. 1,000 grant, not 25. And what did I say? 70. Yeah, I can get rid of the 3 10s for another 100 then. Okay. Okay. Right, let's go and check the stock market then. So they're going to run just 2 more runs at £95. I think both of them are going to be a 4 bump. Oh no, I don't think they are. Right, the first one is, because it's 88 plus. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah yeah, it gets a bit trickier up the top. That's only a 2 bump, is it? We're getting up into the dark green though. So 2 bump in the last one. Finishes us there. Okay. Right, cool. Okay, that's it. We do no more. Always done on the track. Now we just work out the shares that we've got and where the shares are finished. That's what we're getting per share. We add that up with the total cash that we've got, and that's our final result. So, okay. Okay, let's quick look at the money before I've got £2,462. So there you go. And our shares, that's all the shares we've got. So 2 in FDR, 3 in LNH are the highest, FDR the second highest, so I've only got 2 of them. WNF and WVR are exactly the same position, so I've got 7 in them. So, right, let's go and work it out. Right, let's see if I can work this out then. Okay, so, like I said, I've got 2,462. 2,462 plus. Right, let's do the WVR first. So they're £220 a share. I've got 3, so plus 3 times 220. Okay, plus, that's us up to 3,100 and something, plus 7 times 220, because I've got 7 WNF shares. I suppose I could have just done 10 times there. 7 times 220. 4,662 plus 2 times 292. 2 times 292. 5,246 plus, can this do it? I'm not so sure it can. Well, mind you, it's 460. So I've got 3 of them. So plus 3 times 460. Oh, 6,626. Oh, that's rubbish. That's certainly not as good as I'd done before. And that was with a bit of a sort of backtrack at the end there. 6,626, yeah. Yeah, it didn't really feel like things were moving along that well. But then I started thinking, well, maybe it was, maybe the games I played previously, they're slower to get going. Obviously, you don't earn bucket loads of money at the beginning, but it just, there was something felt a bit. And then some of the tile placements and that went great. So 6,626. Well, I'll take a note of that anyway. Alright, sorry, got called away there. So 6,626. Yeah, I'll add that to my wee notes. So that's the worst out of the 4 that I've had. So let's say all the other 3 ended with just above 8,000. So maybe something to be said for the refinancing, but I don't think I could put it all down to that, because I think that's not a bad idea. But maybe someday will kind of let me know where things would have been better done. I do feel like I made a mess of a lot of tile placements, and there is a lot more to think of, I think. What tiles you upgrade, and sometimes you look at a run and you think, right, that's the best, and then you look at another one and you say, well, no, that's better. So all them can add up, I suppose. Anyway, okay, well, I enjoyed that again anyway, still. It's slightly tempting me to have another shot now, because I went under what I've been getting. So but I really better pack it up now. I think sometimes you can overplay a game, and then it becomes a bit stale, and you think, and then you eventually put it away, and you don't want to bring it out again, which I don't want to do with this, because it's really good. I really enjoyed that. I started watching a bit more of the playthrough. It's a 5-player playthrough, and thinking to myself, it might be quite nice to play with somebody else, but no, I'm not sure. Obviously, you need to find the right people that are interested in this type of game to play as well, and I don't know. I think my analysis paralysis would spoil it for everybody. Probably just better sticking with myself, playing myself. Okay, well, that's all that done. Told you it would only just be this last episode. There you go. Probably stretched that out even longer than it should have been. Should have taken, but yeah. So will we get back to RAF now? I think so. I think halfway through the week there, I'd said I was going to have a wee pause from this and go back to that, and then what it was I looked at. There's a couple of things I think I've got to fix from the last part that I'd recorded, and the thought of trying to work out that just made me think, oh, no bother then. But I suppose I'll have to get back to it if I'm going to keep it going. And I'm going to finish that playthrough. Although I'd like to get moving now and then get something else. Enemy Action Kharkov, like I say, it looks like it's been pushed back again another month to June. That could possibly slip to July, so just wonder if I could get something out in between. I don't want to pick in, and I'm going to play the 2 other D-Day games, Tarawa and Peleliu. But they'll hog the table for a while, so not sure what to do that. Talked about Fields of Fire again, really keen to get that going again, but I need to sit down and study some of the rules and look at some newer videos just to bring things back to me, I think. But that is a game you could play. You could play one of the first sort of mission, and then you could wrap it up, and so it wouldn't hog the table as such. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, I'll get away from this. That's coming up to 50 minutes. So, hope I didn't make any major rules errors there. Nobody's made many comments on the videos, so maybe get the impression it's I don't know. I think my videos are you to acquire that taste for watching something like this. It's long drawn out, and you know, an awful lot of thinking about what am I doing here, what am I going to do, and it's what I do when I don't press record. So that's just how I play my games. But anyway, I enjoyed it. So maybe some of you's got something from that. 6,626. So that's still a fail. We needed 9,000, by the way. I forgot to say that's apprentice level's 9,000. We got 6,626. So not great. Although a few of the videos I've watched, it's not that bad because it's a hard game to get. It's it is hard. I mean, to get 9,000. So anyway, right. I'll wrap this up for now, and I'll be back with hopefully the RAF, but we'll see. Okay. Cheers.